Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. We'd previously reported to you that Richard Alex Murdaugh, the disgraced former attorney who was disbarred, went to trial and was convicted of the unalivings of his wife and his son, saw those convictions thrown out of court by the South Carolina Supreme Court. Why? Because of acts attributed to the Clerk of Court at the time, Becky Hill, describing jury tampering. Mr. Murdaugh, like any other person who is accused of a crime by a government, whether state or federal, must provide due process. At a minimum, requires notice, opportunity to be heard, and the cornerstone of everything, an impartial judge and jury. And what was found is that Ms. Hill's communications regarding Mr. Murdaugh with the jury necessitated those two convictions to be thrown out of court. Mr. Murdaugh responded by filing a federal civil rights, this is a civil action, in federal court in the United States District Court, South Carolina, Charleston Division. Judge Richard Mark Yergel is presiding. The court has filed a conference and scheduling order. What the court is saying, pursuant to the federal rules of civil procedure and local rules of this court, the following schedule is established in this case. This order is entered to administer the trial of cases in a manner consistent with the ends of justice in the shortest possible time and at the least possible cost to litigant. Discovery may begin upon receipt of this order. That order was entered June 18th, 2026. Discovery has begun. There were answers to interrogatories that Ms. Hill has responded to at Mr. Murdaugh's demand, which we will go over in a future episode of the Indie Zone. But pursuant to this conference and scheduling order, the deadline for the Rule 26A1 initial disclosures no later than July 23rd, 2026. And this is made per Federal Civ Pro 26A1. You can look that up on a search engine of your choice. This is when the parties are to meet, to confer, to provide what their initial disclosures are regarding witnesses, any documents or things that will be used to support their respective positions, whether it is the plaintiff, Mr. Murdaugh, or the defendant, Ms. Hill. The parties are ordered also to provide a Rule 26F report to the court, and it must be filed no later than July 23rd, 2026, where the parties will give, amongst other things, when certain matters, including trial, shall be set for. Now, if you look at this scheduling order, you'll see page 2, that the court has already, paragraph 12, directed that trial, this case is subject to being called for jury selection and or trial on or after May 3rd, 2027. So we see that that date for jury trial is not yet set in stone. We anticipate that once this scheduling order is filed, that the court may enter a subsequent order setting the trial date. But in the meantime, this order also says that discovery shall be completed no later than December 15th. Motions in limine meaning before trial, motions application for a court order, according to this scheduling order, must be filed no sooner than 15 days and no later than 10 days prior to the date certain for jury selection and trial. That's paragraph 9, talking to what the court has said in paragraph number 13. We will continue to keep you posted as further developments arise in this case. Until next time, thank you for joining us here today.